But okay, so today's topic is something that I actually I brought it up on Reddit. I don't really go on Reddit very much, but I for a few weeks there I was kind of experimenting with it just to see what it's all about. And I put a topic up saying, what are some unspoken rules about running? And I could not believe the amount of traffic it got. It probably got, geez, it got thousands and thousands of views and comments and reactions and whatever they call it. I don't go on there very much, but yeah, let me take a look. Let me take a look for a second. Just give you an idea of how many people had rules about unspoken rules about running. So give me 1 second here, and yeah, it had 721 upvotes and 910 comments. So what I did is there are so many funny ones and so many interesting ones that I went to that and I wanted to reference those in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a few, probably I think I have like 7 or 8 that are actually serious ones, things that you really should know if you're a new runner. Maybe you don't know these things, things I learned in my running journey, unspoken rules about running. Maybe some people don't share with you unless you, the more you do it, you just learn on your own. But the other half is going to be of like funny ones. There's people that said so many funny things that I didn't even think about that were hilarious, and so that would be the second part of this. So, what does Beth have to say? She says, Memorial Day is for honoring and mourning the U.S. military personnel who died while serving the United States Armed Forces. Yes, that is it. Thank you, Bev. Thank you for clarifying that for us. All right, and yeah, so, okay, let's get to this. Oh, I've got to do something here. See, I'm still learning here. Let me add this. I worked all morning and worked on this. Bam. I spent about an hour working on this little overlay. So I didn't want to go without using it. Doesn't it look nice and professional? Thank you, Canva. So let's get to the banners here. Let's get to the topic. Okay, so, oh geez, I'm all over the place. Here we go. Unspoken rules by running. The first one is always run against the traffic. So this is something like a little different than what they teach you as a child. Is always go with the flow of traffic. Like if you're riding a bike, you go with traffic, or if you're walking as a pedestrian, you go with traffic. But as a runner, you go against traffic. And why is that? I believe it's because you want to see if anybody is coming at you. I think that's the main reason why. And I've actually, because you don't want to be surprised. You don't want to have a car maybe turning in front of you that doesn't see you. And so at least if you see them coming at you, you at least have a chance to kind of wave them down or something, or kind of avoid it. But yes, that is running against traffic. And then another thing is, I think that's it. Running against traffic. Yeah, there's been so many times I've almost been hit. And so running, and I actually learned this from a fellow runner of mine. We would always go on these long runs, and out of the blue, he would just run across the street, and I'd just follow him. And I'm like, why are you going against traffic? And he goes, I want to see what's coming at me. So apparently that's an unspoken rule that many people don't learn until you either learn it from somebody else like I did, or you just learn it on your own. All right, next. Situational awareness. Your head should be a swivel. You always want to be looking around. This is always, especially for the ladies. I believe guys need to be protective of others also, but I think females really have to be more cautious of what their surroundings are. So you don't, like with me, if I'm listening to a podcast or something, I just get in the zone. I end up just looking forward. And so I'm trying to keep in the habit of always moving my head, looking side to side, seeing what's going on. See, where I live, there's a lot of dogs. There's a lot of like coyotes and stuff. So sometimes when I'm in the open, I always want to make sure that I see a dog or something, or maybe somebody is having a bad day and they're wandering the streets and they're being dangerous. So you just want to be aware. And that actually goes back to our first rules running against oncoming traffic is you want to always see what's going on. Your head is on a swivel. So here we go. Thank you, Lewis. Great rule. All right. Next. So again, these first few are going to be the serious ones. Next is don't pass in front of a car at a stoplight. Yeah, this is a very good one. There is a time when in my head, I said, you know what? I'm going to go a little bit faster today. And I think I thought about that about 2 minutes before. I was crossing a Walmart store, and a car came right in front of me. And I think I just missed it by an inch, because when you're going this way, the person pulls out, they're always looking to the left to see what's coming from this way, but they're not looking this way to see if there's a runner coming at them. So they pretty much pulled out and looked to the left and didn't even look this way, and just pulled on out. I swear it missed me by like that much. So ever since that moment, I'm like, I am never going in front of a car again at a stoplight or a light or even an intersection. Or actually, a light, I think a stoplight or a light is different. But at intersections or like at driveways, I always go behind them. Or if someone's pulling out of a neighborhood, I always go behind the car. I don't care if I think they see me, I go behind them. This is what Lewis has to say. That's why I always tell you not to use earphones, Anthony. I always listen for listening to your breathing and pay more attention to your running. Well, I know, Lewis, but I love listening to my podcast, so maybe I'll just have one ear in, just to kind of easier worry about that. Bev says, always pass behind stop cars. Yeah, sometimes they just don't see us because they're not looking for traffic or runners. Yeah, especially where I live, there's not very many runners. All right, next one. This is an overall rule, I think, for anything in life. Never measure yourself with someone else's ruler. Everybody has their own goals, they have their own dreams, they have their own aspirations. So I still kind of go with this. I'm trying not to, but I'm guilty of this. If you see someone that's going like a 7-minute pace and you're doing like a 10-minute pace, and don't try to measure yourself to that, because again, they have their own goals. They've been at it for a lot longer. They have a different situation. Maybe they have the ability to run way more than you can just because of the life journey they're on at the moment, or the season in their life. So try not to let someone else's ruler be your measure of yourself. So that's that. Next is track workouts. Okay, so this is a good one. If you're on a track, and I was just on one the other day, and I did a little time trial thing, went actually pretty good. But anyways, if you're on a track workout and if you're walking or running, you want to make sure you're in the far left lanes. You don't want to be in the number 1 lane. I think it's the far right. The far right, you don't want to be in that, because that's where the faster people are. So you always want to stay to the left if you can. And I did that from time to time. I knew that I could sense that people were behind me, so I moved to the left. So that's that. Okay, so when it comes to pedestrians, okay, I see this a lot where I'm running. I'm sure you have too. Is try to announce that you're coming up behind a pedestrian, especially if someone has a dog. I try my best to like stomp my feet a little louder or say something, but honestly, people don't really pay attention. So I usually just kind of keep a big distance, so when I do pass by them, I'm not like right up on them. You don't walk on the first 3 lanes. Yep. All right. Yeah, so that's passing pedestrians. You don't want to surprise them. Be kind. Always be kind. All right, Lewis, you're going to listen. You're not going to like this one. Make sure you can still hear around you when wearing headphones. Yeah, that's something I need to work on, because you want to make sure what's going on around you. You want to make sure there's no animals or people coming after you, or cars or whatever. And I'm pretty sure they make headphones that help you listen to both. I need to look into those. But yeah, try to listen around you. And Bev says about the lane thing. Yeah, trails. Don't hog the trails. Very true. And I think that actually might be one of my next ones here. No, but actually I didn't add this to this one. But anyways, you want to be too deep when you're running. What I hear, you don't ever want to be more than 2 deep, depending on the trail, of course, or the road. But 2 deep is, I think, deep enough. You don't want to take over the whole space. But passing pedestrians, I stomp louder and cough not too close behind them. You know, I do the same. I cough sometimes also. That's funny you say that. I do the same thing, Bev. All right, so the next ones are these are going to be like the funny ones. These are ones that are still kind of true, but they're meant to have some humor to them. First one is, less clothes you wear, the faster you are. Not sure if this is true, but have you noticed that people that are like super fast have the shortest shorts on? I don't know I mean, is it because it's like the faster you get, the shorter the shorts have to get? Especially with guys. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like, can you please cover your cheeks there? Next is, look before you spit. I don't really spit during my runs. I don't think I ever do. But you always want to, I hear a lot of people, I see a lot of people doing it. But you look to the right and you spit, and you don't want to make sure someone is coming up on you when you're doing that. I've never been spit on yet. Have you been spit on? Let me know. What did my darling say? Me too, Bev. Stomping just gets attention and doesn't make me feel so rude. Good point. Thank you for participating, darling. I appreciate it. What does Lewis have to say here? I don't care if I can run faster. I'm not using short shorts. I wonder if my wife would like me to wear short shorts. Maybe I need to buy some. Actually, I'm not fast enough yet. When I get faster, I'm going to definitely buy some. We'll see what she thinks about that. What did Bev say? Well, the science is for each 100 grams lighter is 1% more efficient. True. So maybe I should get myself some short shorts so I can get a little faster. Anyways, let's get to the next one. All right. This is for the trail runners out there. I don't do much trail running myself, but hey, never wash a pair of trail shoes. Dirt is a badge of honor. I don't know about that one, but it's like, oh gosh. I see, like, what if you're on a muddy run or something? Sheesh. My wife says, no shorty shorts. She's against them. Even though she does say I have a juicy booty. So my juicy booty probably couldn't fit in those short shorts anyway. I don't think they even make shorts that could even handle this juice. Oh my gosh. This thing is going all over the place. All right. What's the next one here? And again, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments and I could add them to this thing. I'd like to talk about them. What did she say? Lewis says, with my basketball background, I feel naked wearing 5-inch shorts. Well, Lewis, you might want to give it a shot to see what it does. You know, like Bev says, the lighter the shorts, the faster you are, the lighter pounds you have on you. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to hold off on this next one till the end. This is okay. Oh, this is a good one. When running towards each other and you don't wave back, you're an a-hole. You know, this one might have some facts to it. I'm like, there's some people you wave at, they just ignore you, and you're just like, oh, you jerk. But then you think, I mean, you're like, well, maybe they're not in the world. Maybe they're having that runner's high, and they don't see you. They're in their zone. What is Bev? Shorty shorts, and that's ladies. Okay, yeah, ladies, I think it's okay. You guys can get away with it, but guys, it's a little bit more. Yeah. But hey, thanks, but no thanks. Okay, so we're still on the shorts thing. The shorts is a very controversial topic here in the runner's world. But yeah, so anyways, but the whole passing thing, where is that? Yeah, or this one here, yeah. When running towards each other and you wave back, you're an a-hole. What do you think about that? Are you offended by people that don't wave back at you when you are waving at them? Because I feel like you should always wave at somebody. I'd give a nod or something, or just like a little like, you know, you got this kind of thing. Let's see what Bev says. So it was such a shock the first time running in pairs where no one acknowledges anyone or even gets out of the way. What? What's that all about? Lewis says, I always try to give a thumbs up or a wave. Yep, me too. Bev says, but I just outside Paris in a gorgeous town surrounded by forest, so everyone salutes. Huh, maybe just the more congested the town is, less they are, less hospitable they are. Big ass smile. Yep, she gives her. Let's see him all the time. All right, what's the next one? Okay. So this one here is a friend of mine named Gabe here he's a running friend of mine in LA. One time I said the word jogger and he just about slapped me. Don't call a runner a jogger. There's some people that just do not like the word jogger. I don't know. It's like I said, hey, we're going to go for a jog, and he literally just stopped because we're doing it's actually my Pasadena pub run video, and he stopped and said, we don't do jogging, we're runners. So I'm like, wow, people get kind of offended by that. So here's what, when it comes to the running thing, Lewis says, unwritten rule, if they wave back there, now my running buddy. Agreed. All right, next one. Okay. Let's see what you guys think about this. I think I agree with this one. Never trust a fart after 10 miles. I'm gonna hold on to that one for a second. Not the fart, the comment. But it's fun. I have a friend of mine who actually I run with from time to time, and he kind of held back from me for a moment, and then he's like, sorry, I think I heard a duck, and then boom, the sound came. He had no shame of letting him loose when he was with me. So Jen says, truth. Oh my God, what is bad? But it's totally been caught out with the fart. Who hasn't? You know, it's funny. It's like, I don't know why your body decides, hey, I'm just going to let him loose right now. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay. So does anybody have any suggestions I have not brought up yet before I bring the last one up? And so I went to my Reddit and there's so many of them I couldn't even put them all up here. There's just so many of them. But it's funny how there's so many unspoken rules that that you don't really learn about until you're a few years into the running game. All right, so here we go. This is the last one I have, and then I'm gonna go to some suggestions if you guys have any. If it's not on Strava, it never happened. That is absolutely correct. I feel so like if my Strava doesn't work for that day, or if I don't get it uploaded, it's like, but did it happen? It was like, yeah, the whole thing about Strava, like, I wonder when Strava first started, if they realized how vital they are going to be to the running and the workout fitness community. Because yeah, if it doesn't happen on Strava, it's hard to convince people that you really did it. You want to have proof. You got to show people that you did it, and you have numbers. And if you don't have anything to show, you're just like, are you sure? It's like a tree in the forest kind of thing. So there we go. There are my unspoken rules about running. But Bev says she doesn't agree with the Strava thing. Well, I don't think I really do either, but hey, it's all in jest, all having fun with it. So that's that. Unspoken rules about running. If you have any, if you're watching this afterwards or in the replay, please leave a comment below and let me know what things I may have missed or some things that I could have been added to this. But yeah, there's so many of them, so many. But that's it. So I go live every Monday at 8 o'clock. That's the goal on Facebook and YouTube. And if you have any topics you think would be fun to talk about, please send them my way, because oftentimes it's hard for me to even think of a topic. And I think I caught this topic last night. It's like I was thinking all week, like, what am I going to talk about? And then I was going through, I remember, oh wait, I have that old post about that. So that helped. What does my darling say? By the way, if you don't know Jen, that's BSG Athlete. That's my wife. Head over to her channel. Go check it out. She has her own running journey. She is showing people her journey of running after BSG surgery, which is gastric sleeve. My 2023 LA Marathon didn't pull up on Strava, so now I only have my official time to verify, but no specs. Were you really at the LA Marathon, darling? Was it a figment of my imagination? Were you there? It's crazy. I wonder why I didn't do that. Huh. That's a major one. Did not have a marathon on your Strava? Wow. That is disappointing. I know you told me about this, but it's still like, sheesh. Yeah, because the only specs, that's not the same. Strava has more details. But wasn't it on your Coros? Oh, but you don't have your Coros. You can't get your Coros. That's what it is. Okay. I remember now. What did Bev say? If running with others, only say positive things no matter how you feel. Listening to someone so negative things weighs you both down. You know what? You're absolutely right about that, Bev. Keep it positive. I'm a work in progress with that. I try to always keep it positive, but I'm working on that also. What does Lewis say? My San Diego half marathon got lost. Good thing I used Nike app on my phone. Well, that's the thing with, so at the time, Lewis, we were using Coros because Coros, they lend us a watch as LA Marathon ambassadors. And then we gave them back. And I think she wasn't able to upload it before, because we had to upload it that day after the marathon. That's what it was. Yeah, so she couldn't even get time to upload it. Oh man, that stinks. And then it was just so cold and everything, so she probably didn't even think about it. But yeah, that's that. Thank you for being here, you guys. I appreciate it. Again, I'll be doing this live every Monday, 8 a.m., different topics. If you have any suggestions, send them my way. And if you're watching, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe on YouTube. I appreciate the support. I would love to add you to the community of beloved supporters. Anyways, I'm going to go out and head for a run. I think I have 6 miles today on this beautiful Memorial Day weekend. And how are you feeling with the Asics shoe? You know what? I'm going to bring that up in a future video. And I actually have a video I'm going to be making soon about the Asics Nova Blast. So after a lot of miles. All right, guys, I'm going to head on out of here. Got a run to get to, and we're going to feed my Karma boy. So I will see you in the next one. Remember, keep running for your best life. Bye.